हम पागल नहीं हैं, बस पोसेसिव हैं।
Oh hell no! There has been a dearth of content in January, and I wasn't really expecting any surprises this month. And with the track record of many of the titles that are released on Netflix India's platform, my starry-eyed and hopeful demeanor was definitely at bay when I tuned in for the 8-episode Hindi pulp fiction thriller series called Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein. The only thing making me excited was the talented cast that was associated with the project. Directed by Singh Gupta, this series focuses on a small-town boy Vikrant, an engineer who is ambitious to make a name for himself, independent of anyone's influence. He finds himself in the middle of two women in his life, one that he aspires to be with, Shikha, played by Shweta Tripathi, and the other, the daughter of an influential man with massive political clout, Purvi, played by Anchal Singh, who will do anything to make sure that Vikrant stays with her. When Vikrant finds himself in this horrible predicament where he has no control of his personal life, he takes some drastic decisions to get himself out of this rut. How he does so basically forms the storyline of this 8-episode series. There are many aspects of the series that I'm going to discuss with all of you, but one thing I just want to make clear regarding the pitch of this series and what it means when I say it's a Hindi pulp fiction thriller. This is in reference to the diminishing art form of publications that we would see on railway platforms, covers that indicate that the storyline is filled with aspects of murder, deceit, and a lot of passion. These storylines are campy in their pitch, borderline absurd, almost like guilty pleasure reading, as the title of this video suggests. Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein aims to replicate the same, much like what Haseen Dilruba attempted. Getting right into it, here's me telling you the good and bad aspects of the series so that you guys can ultimately decide whether to watch it on Netflix or not. The underwhelming aspects. When the absurdity pushes the envelope. You have to understand that there will be times where you will be absolutely disconnected from the series as your pragmatic mind transitions to analyze each and every frame. There will be several instances where you will find yourself stating things like "ऐसे थोड़ी ना होता है" or "they presumably got away with something that was obvious." So bear in mind that it is the eventual outcome of most of the series that are presented at a particular over-the-top campy pitch where loopholes are inevitable and your analytical brain may go through several short circuits. I mean, this is a show where lives are at stake and a cover-up is done by discussing different flavors of condoms. So bear in mind the content you are tuning in for. It's not attempting to be extremely slick and smart from a screenplay and thriller point of view. Instances, however, where you will find yourself probably rolling your eyes include Shikha's character in a chase sequence with Sando on, Vikrant and Shikha running through the fields as bomb blasts happen behind them, which I thought was just a way to get a good cinematic shot rather than making sense in the scene. Purva is so inquisitive, nosy and borderline scary that it would be assumed by the viewers that she will leave no stone unturned with her investigative skills. But sometimes Vikrant gets away with the worst excuses, making me think that the leap of faith taken definitely pushes the boundary to become absurd in some instances. Not to forget, Vikrant's Google searches will leave you in splits. It's reflective of his naive nature but comes across as dumb also, knowing very well he is under a constant scanner. Let me also know your thoughts in the comments below regarding the same, or what worked and definitely things that you found uncomfortable in the series. The good. The supporting cast. Before I get to the three main leads, I have to say that there is not a single jarring element in this series when it comes to the performances. Every single character is not only convincing but is reflective of where the series is set. Anant Joshi as Golden, Vikrant's best friend, is absolutely hilarious. He is naive and dumb regarding several aspects but is a ride or die for the main character every step of the way. He is often in the background while characters are interacting and interjects with the most absurd and hilarious lines. Vijendra Kala and Sunita Rajwar as Vikrant's parents are so well written that I actually started to look forward to the scenes where the characters would interact with one another. Both parents are reflective of the hero worshipping that many commoners have for individuals in positions of power. Vijendra Kala can see no wrong in the acts committed by his employer and keeps on reprimanding his son to follow suit and serve him. Him scoffing at any news targeted towards his employer or Vikrant protesting being sycophants account for brilliant scenes. His mother's clueless attitude towards her son's life and just being a yes man to her husband justifies the frustration of a character like Vikrant has on a daily basis. Saurabh Shukla and Surya Sharma are in their antagonist element, accounting for the perfect amount of thrill and evil required for this series. One of the main reasons why the stakes are so high in the series is because of the intimidating quality of both these actors that result in Vikrant's fear effectively being portrayed on screen. Just on a side note, we must protect this rapper cum poet at any cost. I can't get this beautiful scene out of my head. Trust me, when you watch the series, you'll know what I'm talking about. The dialogues. The writing by Siddharth Gupta, Varun Badola and Anahata Menon is exceptional. Not only the writing, but the delivery of dialogues is the cherry on the cake regarding this series. Vijendra Kala transitioning almost in every scene to start swearing accounts for absolutely hilarious scenes. This is definitely meant to be consumed by mature audiences as the dialogues have a lot of swear words. Vijendra Kala saying bloody bastard still has me rolling. Vikrant having understood that he is dealing with people that are too influential is warned. Nadi mein rehkar magar se bear nahi karte. Tahir Bhasin's voiceover is mostly a commentary on his experiences and the characters he sees around him. From providing a take on the experiences of the common man and stating banda apni औकात से ज़्यादा नहीं सोच सकता, or his irritation of the sycophant nature of his father pointing out कि आपको आदत हो गई है जिल्लत की. The dialogues will definitely account for a feature that will stay with you after this series. The music. A lot of people will not talk about this, and I think it should be celebrated, and that is the music of this series. Not only does it have several beautiful renditions of classic songs, but it has original music that is not getting the hype that it deserves. From Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein, Hamra Sajaniya and Hamri Atariya, there are brilliant songs composed by Shivam Gupta, Anuj Daneth and Anu Malik. My favorites, however, from the album include Bhiga Bhiga and Sakhi Re. I would highly urge you to listen to the songs on any audio platform as it deserves some love. The three main leads. The stars of the show undoubtedly are the three main leads of this series. Shweta Tripathi is a very dependable actor, and I think for years to come she can play the young girl next door in films because she just doesn't seem to age. She shares great natural chemistry with Tahir, but really portrays the innocence of Shikha with such ease. Her getting cornered knowing that just by loving a man her life seems to be at stake is beautifully conveyed by the actress. I love to see the busy nature of Tahir working consistently in projects. He is someone that I rooted for since Mardani, and him as the simpleton Vikrant puts forth a very commendable performance. From frustrated at being a doormat to taking the reins himself, his character arc is beautifully fleshed out. It is, however, Anchal Singh as Purvi who completely steals the show. She is predatory, resilient and so scary. I loved her in Andheki and she hits it out of the park with this performance. That is as memorable as Victoria Pedretti in You. Her wanting a sense of ownership, rolling her eyes at Vikrant's nervousness, every dialogue with a smile actually comes across as a threat. And Anchal possesses this demonic presence with such ease. I loved every second when she was in the frame, a character that will definitely be remembered for her toxic and scary nature. She deserves to be a busy actor and I hope people will notice that after this show. Social themes and an ode to SRK. The show reflects on the class differences that exist in society, the pearly gates and the mansion and who is welcome there, the predicament of the common man and what they have to endure, and whether they will ever be out of this cyclical nature of having to serve. The series is Shakespearean in many ways, as well as in the path of revenge you often become the person you absolutely detested or feared, in the journey becoming something that you cannot recognize. The series has several moments that are an ode to Shah Rukh Khan as well and his filmography. You have to be a Hindi film fan to truly appreciate this series. Everything from the title track from Bazigar, the iconic Palat scene from DDLJ, or just the basic premise of Chahat being fleshed out over 8 episodes. The ode is clear and I'm all for it. The series of course has its bumps and cracks, but when you know what you are signing up for in regards to the pitch of this series, it accounts for definitely an entertaining journey across 8 episodes. And that was the video guys. Write down in the comments below what you thought about this series. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram, the handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.